Um, on this past Sunday morning, we were called to 3543 North Alexander in reference to a missing person. Upon our arrival, we spoke to family members of Edward Moss, 78 years old, that resided there on Alexander. According to information we obtained, a neighbor had seen him Saturday evening, maybe around 6, 7 o'clock. We initiated a search of the area, including drones, people on foot, and continued that until this morning. We did request the help of one organization called TXSAR, TEXSAR. Some of those individuals arrived last night, some this morning. I myself employed the help of a friend who had a helicopter and flew the area yesterday afternoon. This morning about 10 o'clock, a member of TXSAR did locate the body of Mr. Moss south of the intersection of Westmore and Slavic in a vacant lot. And we do not suspect any foul play at this time. We ask for your prayers and thoughts for Mr. Moss's family. I had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Moss on a few occasions throughout the years, and he was a nice man. And we certainly have our thoughts and prayers are with the family right now.
Sheriff, what time did you find him?
It was about around 10 o'clock this morning.
What was?
In what part of Ector County was he from?
West Odessa, just south of the intersection of Westmore and Slavic, probably about 70, 80 yards there, and a lot adjacent to the alley, which is not really too far from his residence.
And what conditions was he found?
It appears that he was probably there for a few days. It is my belief that he was probably in that location the morning we were taking the report. Due to the circumstances that we found there, we feel that he was confused and suspect he died right there, and no foul play suspected at all.
Was he an Alzheimer's patient or had dementia or anything?
To my knowledge, he'd been diagnosed with dementia. Yes.
How can the public prepare for an event like this, preparing their individual that may have this disease, this handicap per se? Photos, fingerprints, what can help?
Obviously, we would like to have all the information we can. More recent photos, height, weight. We would really like clothing descriptions. We do have a program here at the sheriff's office called Project Lifesaver that is designed for autistic children, adults with dementia, Alzheimer's, or any kind of disorder that may make them wander out of the house. There is a requirement that they do have to live with a caregiver. We will outfit that individual with a transmitter, and if the caregiver misses that individual for 10 minutes, they call us and we go find them. 100% success rate, no cost to the client, and we do have to have documentation of the person being a dementia or Alzheimer's patient, and again, there's no cost to the client, and we would encourage anybody that has a family member with dementia, Alzheimer's, or any kind of disorder that might make them wander to please call us. Let's get them signed up. We don't want this to happen again.
What was the last time there was a case very familiar, similar to this one?
Probably about 4 years ago, we had a lady, an elderly lady in far west Odessa that wandered off, and again, it was inclement weather. The helicopters, DPS helicopters, could not fly in the weather that was there at the time, and and the lady was found in somebody's backyard upon the resident's arrival at home a few days later from a trip, and very unfortunate.
In your experience, patients or elderly that have dementia or Alzheimer's, they don't go too far. They just get caught in a situation where it's unfamiliar to them and they could be a block from their house.
Yeah, a lot of times these individuals that have these disorders are found just in a short distance from the house. We did have an individual that told us that they had observed Mr. Moss at the end of the road, and he appeared to be confused. They did not make contact with him, but it's very sad. Cruel disease. Can't say enough. Please call us if you have a family member in this condition. We don't want this to happen.
Sheriff, you described using drones and some aerial footage to try and identify where he might have gone. What kind of clothing was he wearing when he was found? That kind of...
He was wearing dark clothing, dark jacket, dark pants. And really and truly, we probably flew over that area yesterday afternoon in the chopper. But with all the stuff in the lot, he would have blended in, from 1,000 feet in the air. And it'd be hard to identify him.
Was he living alone?
Yes, he was living alone. His daughter had arrived that morning to take him to breakfast, and he was gone. And again, it's my belief that he was right there at that location where we found him the morning that we were taking the report.
Will there be any charges filed on family members for negligence or
No,
anything like that?
no, there will be no charges filed, and it's just an unfortunate incident, and God bless the family.
Was he found face down or like face up?
He was laying on his back.
Did you talk to any witnesses, surrounding neighbors, or residents? I spoke with one woman who mentioned that his dementia was getting worse. Would that seem to be the case, or was that something that any of your investigators determined as well?
Of course, the family knew he'd been diagnosed, and at times he was apparently very cognizant of his surroundings and stuff of that nature. But with this disease, especially when they get in surroundings where they're not familiar, they tend to get more confused, and so it's unknown to me if the condition had gotten worse or anything to that nature. And the family was trying to do everything they could. Obviously, people like their independence, and they're a nice family, and no charges to be filed.
Was he under medical? Were nurses coming to his house to?
I think he had some medical, assistance certain number of times a week or whatever. And, it's not fun getting old. It's not for sissies.
Information on Project Lifesaver is on our Facebook.
Yes, the information for Project Lifesaver is on our Facebook, and you can call 335-3050 and speak to someone in reference to Project Lifesaver. We do have personnel here that will speak to you about it, and we encourage everybody that has a family member with any kind of disorder that might make them wander to call us, and let's get them hooked up.